Hello, welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and today I'm unboxing BAK1. What is this, you say? Well, this is basically some expansion stuff I got for backing Shadows of Brimstone Adventures. All this stuff is probably going to be out of retail at some point, so this is just basically jumping ahead of it and getting it much cheaper. And honestly, I'm really happy because it comes with some more Crimson Hand, and they are going to be a big part of our Shadows of Brimstone going forward. So that is fantastic. So let's get all of the images out, all our card stuff out, and all of our cards. Okay, so what have we got in here? So we have some Dark Acolytes. So these are some more Crimson Hand guys we can deal with, which is fantastic because we have the Crimson Hand mission pack, which we will be playing on the channel at some point. So we're going to chuck these guys in with it, definitely. These guys look pretty gnarly. We then have the Trun Gladiators. I'd never got Truns the first time around, and now they're like gold dust trying to find them. But yeah, so I've got some Trun Gladiators. What do I mean? Then we've got some information about each of those. Some nice tokens for the Crimson Hand there. And we've got our alternate gender for our Vikings. Our Trun Gladiators are in here. Our Crimson Hand Acolytes. And our alternate Conquistadors. We've got a bunch of cards here which are some really helpful kind of stuff here. So we've got our Arcane Magic and our threats for our good old Crimson Hand. So they use scrolls and ancient artifacts to cast powerful spells from the Arcane Magic deck. When a Dark Acolyte model decides to cast a spell, shuffle the deck and draw one random spell card to be cast by its turn. So they've got things like Rokal's Revenge. All enemies heal up to 2 wounds each. For every 3 wounds total healed in this way, every hero takes 1 corruption hit. They've got Cursed Pact. Every model in the spellcaster's enemy group takes 1 wound, ignoring defense and abilities, and gains +2 combat until the end of the turn. The Burning Hand. At the end of the turn, 1 random hero that is adjacent to at least 1 model from the spellcaster's enemy group takes 2d6 automatic hits that do 2 damage each, or 4 damage if the spellcaster is brutal. Arcane Energy Bolt. A random hero within range 8 and line of sight to the spellcaster is the target of the following range attack. Shots 2, damage peril, use the spellcaster's range to hit, ignores defense. Arcane Energy Bolt, so another one of those. Dark Summoning. Add D3 summoning markers to the spellcaster's enemy record sheet. At the end of the turn, if any model from the spellcaster's enemy group is still alive, and there are 3 or more summoning markers on the sheet, remove all of them and reveal cards from the low threat deck until a card with keyword demon or undead enemies is revealed. That threat card is played as an ambush, then shuffle the threat discard pile back into the deck. The spellcaster is brutal, use medium threats instead. And finally, another Dark Summoning. So they're going to summon you guys on there. And we've got all their characters there. And there's also a High Priest, which we don't have a miniature for, I don't believe. But they'll probably bring one out at some point. Then the Trun Gladiators, we've just got a bunch of different things to bring them in. And they've also got some kind of otherworld places you can find them as well, which give them some different abilities, I guess. Then we've got some Spanish fort encounters, some Spanish fort artifacts. We'll take a look at the artifacts because, yeah, that's more interesting than otherwise, I believe. So Dueling Daggers, Dungeon Candles, Jailer's Key, Ship Manifest, Swordsman's Trousers, Book of Martyrs, Governor's Stamp, Flag of Exploration, Hidalgo's Brace of Pistols, The Light of Faith, Book of Scorn, Armory School, and Spanish Spanish riding boots. And what's great is that just really fleshes out the Spanish fort with some more artifacts we can have. Then we have the Norseland. Encounters for them, and artifacts for there as well. Fenris Axes, Song of Battle, Sword of Asgard, Cape of Exploration, Oath Shield, Blade of Beowulf, it's a legendary one. Ooh, Grendel Cloak, Dragon Helm, Song of Valhalla, Hellbear Claw, Baldur's Ring, Sigurd's Armor, and Song of Rage. So, it doesn't seem like there's a ton of stuff in there, but actually, guys, this is really going to increase the amount of replayability to both the Gates of Valhalla and the Valley Serpent King's kind of core sets, just with the artifacts and encounters alone. Then we've got the Dark Acolytes coming into this, which is fantastic to flesh out some more Crimson Hand. I've got the Crimson Hand High Inquisitor, or whatever it is, and then I've got the regular pack, and then I've got these guys. So I really do have a slew of Crimson Hand to play with now, which is fantastic. And then obviously the Trun guys, never really cared for Truns, if I'm honest, but yeah, they're just an additional enemy to help us add the variety to the game. So if you want to see any of this stuff in action, stay tuned to our channel, because we will be covering Gates of Valhalla, Valley of Serpent King on our channel in the not too distant future. And by not too distant, I mean you'll probably be looking at a couple of months before this comes on channel, because I need to assemble and paint all of the boxes before I can even begin. So stay tuned, because I might do painting videos, I might not, who knows. But yeah, that's everything you can get inside here. All this stuff is probably coming out of retail, so just wait a year or so and maybe you'll see it. I've been the ever excited Bladham. Stay tuned to the channel, and until then, well, stay safe or die rolling. But wait, before I go, there's 4 other cards in here which I forgot to tell you about. Threat Deck Epic, D3 Librarians and Centurions. We've got a Forge Hammer, a Fountain Water Cracked, and a Golden Plume.